Yanez is outside. We're doing Habitat for Humanity once again. This is our 10th year helping, by the way. We don't build a home for someone. It's not like the homeowner just gets a home.
Right.
The homeowner's got to contribute as well. So we look at this, Yanez, like a team, a partnership.
And that partnership starts today, and look what I've got, Owen.
There you go, for the computer.
I'm ready.
Computer maintenance, baby. Forget the engineers. Yes. Percussive maintenance.
Ready. Oh, man. It's such an exciting time for us because we actually get to partner with Habitat for Humanity. And as you mentioned, we're not just giving a home away. The people who get this home, the family, actually has to work for it. And so when they're given the home, they actually have to have a mortgage after that. But they're putting all of their effort, all their work, all of their sweat, and even tears into this home starting on this day. And then we actually are going to introduce you to the family later on. But of course, hey, Kevin, come on in. This is Kevin Vargas. He's the construction lead on this. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this hammer. You have done these projects 4 times. How, first of all, the elephant in the room, how much do you have to fix after we have these awful nail jobs into this frame? And then you're like, oh my gosh, it'd be easier if we did this on our own.
Well, I mean, you're jesting there, to be honest, because if it wasn't for the help for the volunteers, this work would not be possible. So to be honest, the job is minimum since we have experts in the field to make sure that everything's being standing right. And then we have city inspectors that make sure that we do it as according to city code. So.
Yeah, I was jesting, and because very few of us are like Owen, who has just an amazing skill at doing this, and he has one hit and the hammer goes in. A lot of us are like me, where I'm bending the nail and it's like, I got to redo this again. But as you mentioned, you're always helping and you're teaching everybody, from people like Owen, who already knows what he's doing, to people like me who's like, hey, now I kind of get how this framing works. And so all of the stuff behind us today, what's amazing about this is these actually turn into frames of a home in a few short hours.
Correct, it does. We'll see a lot of hammering. We'll see a lot of nails bending, like you said, but at the end, we'll get the job done.
Yes. Oh, and we're so excited. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time. What I want to do is give you your forecast now, what we can expect for today, because you can see I have the coat on. It's not as cold as yesterday, but it's actually a little more of a miserable feel, and the reason is there's a little more drizzle outside. So as we bring in the graphics, I want to show you where we're starting the day. And so what we have is definitely a much cooler start. You see temperatures in the 50s and 60s, so it's not a cold start. In fact, when you look at the temperature change compared to this time yesterday, it's pretty drastic. I would say a range anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees compared to where we started yesterday. So as we move forward, I want to show you a little bit of the weather story and what we're watching and also what we're tracking. First of all, with your forecast, it's a cool start in the 60s. We'll end the day in the mid-70s. You can see that small chance of rain. So it's really for light rain this afternoon. Right now, it's a little more of a drizzle for that ride into work. So you may need the intermittent wipers. But otherwise, there's your forecast. So here's what we're tracking. A warm-up. Temperatures in the 70s today, 80s tomorrow. We do have a more humid feel, and that really comes in tomorrow once temperatures climb into the 80s. And then we are watching for Friday storms. This would be the one day that'd be a little different than a nuisance rain like this morning or nuisance drizzle. It would be much stronger what we're seeing. And so otherwise, here's what we're starting the day. There you see a little bit of the light rain around southeast Texas. The more organized storms are off here to the north. So high pressure off to the east of us is bringing in that southerly flow. I was showing you that southeasterly wind that we have today. That's with us, and that's what's going to warm us up over the next several days. And so we have that warm up. As we move all the way from today all the way through Friday, there's that front that we're tracking. So the humidity comes back tomorrow and on Thursday, and then you see that front moving on in. So I'm going to pause this at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You could see we have a little chance of rain early in the day, but the actual line moves in Friday afternoon at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And so that's when the strongest storms are going to be moving through, and then they move off the coastline as we move throughout the rest of the afternoon and the evening. And so the severe weather threat for us, you could see there is a little bit of an area just to the east of us. And so that has not changed from yesterday. It's moved a little to the west, but not much. And so as we zoom in, you can see what's happening here with that area. It's moved just a little closer to Livingston, also a little closer to Liberty, but it really has not moved drastically to the west, affecting the Houston area. So we could see some good soaking rain, some thunderstorms, but right now the severe weather threat does not look like it's going to be with us. Otherwise, the story for the next several days is the warm-up. There's a front on Friday. Our next chance of rain comes in on Sunday.